Hey, so guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the monster Aspero Flame, which is actually the newest monster in the Golden Legends Pass. So it just got dropped earlier this week, and I want to go ahead and do a full review on this monster from level 1 to 150 max level. And we'll see if this monster is actually worth the investment. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. Alrighty guys, before we do get started, I want to give a huge shout out to Social Point for allowing me to basically make this video possible for you guys and basically sponsoring this video altogether. We have Aspero Flame here, 9,000 cells. The next few monsters I'm going to be doing review on is going to be Lightning Star, and then we have the newest ancestral monster as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications on to see that. But I wanted to start off with Aspero Flame here, just randomly, you know what I mean? It's not like I have favorites, I just wanted to kind of go with one, and we have Aspero here. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We got, this is the egg. It's got a cool design. I like this part right here. But apparently he's flamey, so that means, yeah, fire element, that makes sense. But we get only one wound slot open. Let's go ahead and hatch it up here. And let's see this bad boy. Oh, yo, that is crazy. Okay, what is he gonna do? Oh, so he just goes up, comes down, gets a flamethrower, and literally just burns everybody. That's insane. Alright, well, take a look at the traits. We have immune to control, immune to blind, and anticipation of status caster. So that's pretty interesting, right? The anticipation status caster, I mean, that's cool. I would have liked it as a trait, but it can still be helpful because when he gets a turn in, that's a surprise. You know, when the enemy in the enemy team tries to use an extra turn skill, guess what? It's not gonna work out, you know what I mean? Because of this monster getting that status caster kicking in. But then again, the downside would be if they could, if they have like a monster to PER, you gotta watch out from that because they could just cleanse that off of you. But maybe he has like an anticipation skill that you can apply back, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if he has that, so we're gonna take a look. But there's rank 3 right there, guys, and we're just gonna break it up and speed this up as well. And then finally, we're gonna go ahead and break it out and rank it up, and let's take a look. Okay, now we have a 150. All right, let's go ahead and start feeding this bad boy up, guys. Look at that design right there. It goes from baby form straight up to his final form. And by the way, some of you guys, if anybody's wondering on how I'm feeding the monster up so quickly, if you go on your in-game settings, there's an option where you can just ignore new skills unlocked. And basically, you just have to click and then just hold, and look, it just feeds for you. So you're able to just kind of max out the monster pretty fast. So for those of you guys that don't want to tap, you just want to hold it and feed it up like this, you can do that. All right, so now that we have him on 150, let's take a look at the overall, you know, stats, because you guys know stats are crazy. It's in these, we gotta take a look at stats, you know, it's important. So we got 54,288 strength. That's actually pretty good. I like that. 1.56, that's not bad either. And then 27,360 speed. Okay, so stats overall, it's actually not bad. But let's take a look at the skills here, because skills are very important too. So we have Scrappy Yard King, which deals heavy fire damage and applies Ignite. This is an AoE skill, and I like keeping my AoE skill right in there, you know what I mean, in the middle. We have double damage, gives anticipation. I told you guys, didn't I? I literally said in the beginning of the video, he has to have a skill that gives his anticipation back. And this right here is it. So not only are you applying double damage, you're giving anticipation and healing everybody by 50%. I actually kind of like that. Let's see what else we have. Applies Pierce, deals insane fire damage and Ignite, removes Pierce. Okay, so for that, you're going to need a skill to, you know, apply positive effect protection. That way, that Pierce doesn't go away. So then next turn, you're able to kind of use that Pierce again. We have a moderate metal damage shoe. All enemies applies nanovirus. But then we also have a very heavy metal damage that comes with nanovirus and removes Pierce. Oh my gosh, okay, so it's up to you. Make this decision here, guys. I personally would like to keep this Pierce and would like to keep this Pierce. But if you want to use this skill to AoE metal damage, that can actually be good against like light monsters, you know, like for example JJ. Although you're not applying the nanovirus because he's immune to it. But I would say if you want to keep it, it's actually not a bad idea. You already have it. You already have an insane fire damage. You don't really need. Actually, this is an AoE skill. You get 0 stamina. You gotta keep that, guys. You gotta keep it. Okay, 0 skill. Okay. Well, when it comes down to this, here's the thing. We already have this for JJ, right? So we're not gonna keep this one. This one's up to you guys, it's optional, but I do like this one a lot. So I might honestly just use this over this, just because, guys, damage boost, an extra turn, that's huge, you know what I mean? I would personally take that over this, and I know some of you guys are going to be upset about that, but hey, you can run this skill too. There's nothing wrong with it, but me personally, I prefer something like this because you're going to start off with a 50% damage boost, and then you can use your pierce abilities to just knock out whoever you want. And him being so powerful and having like crazy damage outputs, look at those damage outputs. Like, he's not messing around, guys. He's got some good damage outputs. Those pierce skills don't mess around. So I would personally recommend doing something like that. And you can carry a sword. So for sword, oh wow, so you could do star sealers for stamina, and apparently it also applies damage boost. So whenever your stamina is below 50%, you're applying damage boost and giving stamina as well, which can be helpful. You can carry some other like odd ones, like some old school if you guys want. Like laser beam sword gives you like extra strength there. You could do electric patrol if you want. I think personally I kind of want to do star sailors just because stamina is cool, you know, to have, and also you're gonna get that damage boost. And then look at this, after damaging or skill, if target's life is above 50%, deals 45,900 points of water damage. Heck yeah, yo, we're gonna go crazy with this one. Let me get this to like level 30 just because. So you can equip something like that, and then when it comes down to the mask, you can equip them with something like either Fury Dojo, there's Raijin's mask, there's Wire Wombat mask. You know what I mean? There's a lot of options. This one gives you an armor and it applies a random buff to the wearer. That's really good. You know what I mean? So if you have this perk unlocked, this is actually cool. So whenever your life is below whatever, like 50%, not only getting armor, but also you're applying random buff, and you're getting stamina as well, guys. So it would be cool to kind of support him with those stamina, you know what I mean? And also, guys, as we're progressing, I just am starting to like this account so much. Like you guys have no idea how much, okay, like this account has grown on me now, because I have like all these like previous monsters that I'm able to use and team up with this. Like back then I was trying my best to kind of like work with, you know, whatever I have to like utilize, but now we're starting to like have so much. Like I could keep the old monsters since it's not technically my MG account. I can technically keep those monsters and I'm able to use it to kind of pair up with these guys, you know what I mean, that I'm getting. Like Red-Eye Roger would probably be one of the best monsters you can actually pair up with him, just because of the fact that this monster just packs like so many damage boosts. It just works out with like almost any attacker, you know what I mean? Linea's being there for Megatons, I didn't have that before I had King Adam, which was still cool, but yeah, but you guys get my point, right? But anyways, what makes sense for this monster to give when it comes down to the variants, I would recommend giving in 2 strength and 1 speed, or you can do 2 speed and 1 strength. Now that's something that is very popular, a lot of players will actually use. Me personally, I'm just going to do 2 strength and 1 speed, but then again, 2 speed and 1 strength is also another great option. You can pair it up with a monster like Red-Eye Roger or Albanasa. For those of you guys that have Albanasa, you could do that. K9 11 would be another decent one. But any monster that would give damage boost, you know what I mean? Or like any kind of support, but mainly damage boost. And then the reason why I put in Linnaeus here is because he has Megatons. He can protect me from damage, incoming damage. But him being able to damage boost me, and then this monster having those pierce abilities, he's gonna go crazy. And then speaking of the damage boost, you don't technically need it, because most of these monster skills, or this monster skill, is going to be like triple damage, double damage, and things like that, which literally just runs out after 1 turn, unless you pair it up. If you use this skill right here, the salt and pepper, you use that, and then this monster does a damage boost and then attacks, then that's a different story. And again, guys, I'm like so thankful of Social Point. Like, you guys have no idea how much like how much it means to me that the fact that they're giving me this kind of opportunity to like review these monsters for you guys. Like, they're just the best, honestly. I really am so grateful. Like, you guys have no idea. But yeah, guys, so this is what I'm pairing it up against. You know, you could do like Megaton, Taunt, whatever. I kind of wanted to kind of like showcase that Pierce for you guys. So that doesn't matter if there's like Taunt monster, you can always bypass it with that Pierce, as long as you have like no nanovirus. You got to be careful of nanovirus. That can actually be bad for him. But take a look at this. We have Anticipation. Not only that, but look at this. We can kind of bypass everything with this Pierce. And look, he's like destroying not only the fire, but this one right here. He's going to destroy that monster, yo. That is 4.22 million. Yo. Okay. This monster, guys, you guys gotta get him just because of the fact like he's able to obliterate one of the best monsters in the game, which is JJ. You know what I mean? One of the best attackers. So if they go up against each other, you know what I mean, it's kind of scary for, you know what I mean, JJ. So it'd be cool to do something like that. But look, we have anticipation, right? So if there's an extra turner monster, like, you know, this monster, let's say if she tries to use like an extra turn, guess what? Anticipation is going to trigger and that monster gets a turn. And also I see that he has shock, but that doesn't prevent him from getting that extra turn from the you know, from the extra turn that she triggered. So we could do another pierce here with ignition, which applies to torture, or we could do a damage boost. But I don't want to trigger that, plus I have shock on me, so you got to be careful of shock, by the way. But we're gonna go ahead and do this and just attack. Yeah. All right, well, super tune kicked in thanks to this monster, so we got some stamina, even though we don't really need it because, you know, he's the goat, you know what I mean. And also we have this monster with a bunch of like relics that give stamina. So let's go ahead and try attacking like this. We're gonna do some magic weakness. Alright, he healed back with 200k and removed stamina from everybody. There's wasteland amulet kicking in to heal. So what we can do is we could do either water weakness or we could do double damage. Let me just do double damage to him. He gets water heater and everything. One thing you gotta watch out from him, I would say, yeah, there it is. You know, tortures, guys. I feel like tortures is gonna be like a pain in the butt dealing with this monster. It's very similar to Kirk Moonwalker, I would say. You know what I mean? With Kirk Moonwalker, it's literally the same story. You know what I mean? You gotta watch out from the fact that, what's it called, there's like tortures that's gonna just destroy you, and that's what's happening right now to that monster. I don't have any ability here to kind of remove that those tortures from him, so I'm cooked. I'm actually screwed here. Yeah, 1.8 million, that's crazy. 1.08 million. So we could do, I think I'm gonna lose this one technically, because if I do like a damage section, even without damage section, I think I would have still lost. Actually no, I could technically still win this, because this monster's water weakness damaging scale is just so good. But then again, he's also a threat. We gotta watch out, you know what I mean? Because actually it depends. Like, they can both win, you know what I mean? They can both win the battle. The only reason why I said this one could win is because, you know, this attack skill right here deals a lot of damage, and if we could get like magic weakness plus fire or sorry, magic hater plus fire hater, that's gonna go crazy, you know what I mean? So there's thunder hater there, but yeah, he has to charge up. But look, he can just spam the salt and pepper and go crazy over and over again, but then the battle can go on forever if he just keeps on like doing his thing. And there's torture immunity, so I can't even apply fire to him. Look at that, the burning didn't even land. But I can keep attacking like this, but again, it's just not gonna work out. Anyways, let's just go ahead and back out. Okay guys, I was actually gonna use Ural on my team, but I would say, you know, you could use Ural of course, but another great like solid option would be Everest, and I think I'm gonna just gem this just because I'm gonna use this monster of course, and even though it's 123, that's a downside. I would say I really wish there was like extra resources for me to kind of like rank up this monster a little bit for you guys, you know, because I'm going to be using this monster and a bunch of other ones, like pairing it up in the future. But it would have been cool to have that like extra rank. But I would say Everest is a good monster to pair up just because of this skill right here. Where the heck is it? Oh, don't tell me I don't have it. Wait, no, the monster has to have it. Applies evasion, double damage, and removes all torture. Yeah, Pioneer Businessman. This is a skill that you need, guys. And here's why I say that, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and showcase it to you guys why I think this monster is gonna be a good pair up with him. So you can use Ural if you'd like, but let's say you don't want to do that, right? Let me just... Okay, I can attack here if I want. I'm just gonna charge up just to kind of showcase you guys here what I mean. I'm gonna do, let's see, we're gonna do triple damage to everybody. Oh, we got Death Countdown as one of the... Okay, so that's a downside. You gotta be careful of that. But yo, like, he's literally a JJ killer. Like, these skills are just destroying him, like literally straight up destroying him. So that's actually crazy to me. This one's 55, this one's 75. Like, it's not even his most powerful skill, and he's always one-shotting JJ. Like, if you guys want to destroy JJ, you gotta use him. Like, he's literally just the go-to. But this is what I meant earlier, guys. The fact that this skill right here removes all tortures, so that can be very helpful for him because, you know, he has the ability to, you know, or Everest has the ability to remove tortures. You don't technically need another monster to get remove those tortures. He has it as a skill, and he can be a good resurrector as well. So here I'm just gonna do Pierce with bleeding, I think it comes with. Volcanic Strike kicked in. That sucked. The one turn before that, I'm gonna die very soon. That sucks. Do you know what that means? You know what that means? We will have to awaken him. We have to awaken Everest, or else we're cooked. So I'm gonna do this here just to see if I could apply that torture. Yes, I can. Cool. So yeah, he dies. Unfortunately, he can't come back. But that's what's nice, because we have JJ or Everest on our side. We're able to resurrect him. But let's go ahead and just attack here. We apply blind to everybody, whatever. We don't need to do a damage boost or anything like that. He can get the turn here, and he can attack because he has evasion. So I'm going to go ahead and fear everybody, right? There goes 1+ right there. And then we have, of course, Jenna's that died. So here I'm just going to do my damage section with life regen. I don't have to attack on the bunny. I'm just going to do my evasion here just like that. That's another +1 right there. I don't got to do anything on my buddy here. And then with him, he can just attack, do his fire weakness, vulnerability, and everything. I don't have to do another damage boost unless I want to. Sure, we could do that. And then finally we attack here, right? And we get that final awakening right there. And this is how easy it is to kind of awaken him. Once you get that awakening, then you can just next turn just automatically just resurrect. So let's go ahead and resurrect him and apply possession to that monster. So that helps us for a turn. And then we give him double. Actually, he has double damage. Let's do this one right here. Earth Hater. Oh, is he Earth? Oh, he's not. You lucky little thing, man. Alright, well that's fine. Alright, my boy Aspero, here is what you gotta do. You can apply torture. Nanovirus, oh that's perfect. Oh, he has immune to torture. Yeah, you gotta watch out for monsters with immune to torture because of that. But anyways, here's what we're gonna do. Now that he gets a turn, we remove all the tortures again, because that's like a huge thing with that monster. The torture part. But let's say you don't want to apply damage boost, you know what I mean? Or this monster is possessed or has no stamina, has to charge up. We use this skill right here, so it gives you that damage boost that you need. It's 50%. I understand it's not like crazy amount, but it can still help you deal a pretty good amount of damage. But anyways, so here's what we're gonna do. Once this monster gets a turn, we're just gonna charge up. We don't really need ya. We can do triple damage, and that 50% damage boost that we just used, it actually sticks for 2 turns. So you're able to use it next turn, and look at that pierce. Boom, 5 million damage. Come on. That's crazy. I personally think this monster can be a good investment. It's like, you guys remember that monster Pierce bot? I think that was the name of it. Or Beambot. That's what it was. Beambot. It's literally another version, different elements, but I feel like it's a slightly better version, except of course it's missing the talent that you can use, because that monster was from like Metro era. But I would say this monster is worth the investment, guys. It's part of the Evil Legions. It's also part of this one right here, which I think I've seen that in Team Wars before. And there's, I think, that Dwellers. So if this monster is in one of those books right there, you can use it for Team Wars. So he can be really cool. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think of this monster? The ultimate, it deals very heavy fire damage to everybody and applies 3 random tortures. That's cool. Actually, I kind of like that. But let me know, guys, your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys think? So that's gonna be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one.